For the love of God, what is up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday summary. After some technical difficulties, we finally figured it out. Jesus. So, first off, StreamYard crashed on us. That's number one. For the most part, StreamYard's been pretty good over the past 2 years we've used it. Then number two, we couldn't figure out why there was an echo. And it was because my ass was on FaceTime with Steven at the same time that he was in StreamYard. So again, thanks for your patience, everyone. Good morning. Apologies. Let's get into this, Steve. What's going on?
I'm not happy. This is a terrible start to the morning.
It was a horrible start to the morning.
I can't even look at the chat at the same time I'm looking at the screen. I'm on my phone. First world problems.
Dude, it's bad.
Beautiful iPhone to do an online stream, and I'm complaining. But, geez, man. You buy technology, expect it to work. StreamYard, I got a problem, StreamYard. I got a big problem right now with you. So, if you want to keep our contract, reach out.
Listen, it's not the 100 good times you remember. It's the one bad time, StreamYard. Okay?
It's not hard to run one of these services.
No.
Clearly, you've done a great job for 2 years. But the one day you screw up and it pisses me off, you got to call me to keep my business because you have competitors. You do. You have competitors.
Oh, my God. Dude. Oh, my God. And there he goes. Steve's gone. See, this is what we're talking about, guys. I don't know what is happening. All right, but look, I'm going to let Steve figure his way out back. Let's say good morning to everyone in the chat while we figure this out. Hannah's in here. What's up, Liz? Seek Chan. There he is. Good God. Steven, what's going on, bro?
Oh, man, they're going to hear from me. They're going to hear from me, dude.
Oh, my God. What a day, man. What a day.
Joke.
Alexi, Ian, Richard, Dermot, good morning to everyone. Look, Merseyside derby. For the love of God, if we can keep this stream up. All right. Everton are in shambles. We know this. We know this, guys. Everton are trying to avoid relegation. Think about that for a minute. It's not out of the realm of possibility, especially because Burnley pulled out the win. Okay, but this match is at Anfield. How you feeling about this, Steve? First off, before we kick into the team news and the predictions.
Aside from the fact that I'm absolutely miserable, it has to be a win. First and foremost, what I'm looking forward to is another thrashing of Everton. I'm really looking forward to Frank Lampard losing his cool on the touchline, like he always does. Yeah. I love that. I can't wait.
How does he think he can go? How does he think he can even face Klopp? What respect do you have?
Here's the thing. Look, even if by some odd chance they were to win today, like, let's face it, it's possible. It's a rivalry. Anything can happen. He's still not fit for this league. I mean, how many? You don't get another chance after this. Everton's gotten worse since you've come on board.
Yeah, they really have, dude.
So, like, you have to go. Like, your career, who was he with before? Was it Derby?
So he was with Derby County. He didn't even get them promoted. I think he lost in the playoff. Maybe he resigned and took the job at Chelsea. He did like a season and a half with Chelsea. He had a really good first season, and then he spent the good season because they were in a transfer ban. So he was using all the young guys. Then he got every single player he ever wanted in Kai Havertz, Ziyech, Ben Chilwell, Timo Werner, everyone you could possibly want. And they were garbage. So he gets fired from them. Then he's at Everton. Here's my thought process, right? So here's some nighttime thoughts, guys. I haven't had one of these in a while. I'm just laying in bed and I'm thinking about, conspiracy theories and all that stuff. And I think to myself, what if Everton are actually planning on getting relegated and going to the championship? Hear me out. And now they hired Frank Lampard because they know he's only good in the championship. So they're planning ahead.
Dude, now you're on to something.
I know.
Here's the thing. I want to like Frank Lampard, but I just can't stand Chelsea. And that's what he's all about.
Yeah.
And now you're the manager of Everton. So now you have 2 strikes against you. And like you said, like he purchased everyone he wanted and still got canned. Everton bought him thinking, Everton, you should have got Big Sam.
Hey.
What's the goal? What's the goal? To stay up for them. You chose the wrong guy.
Hey, Big Sam couldn't get it done with West Brom, though. You know? He had a good streak going.
I mean, yeah, but dude, West Brom was abysmal.
They were so
You can't even
bad.
name 3 players on that roster.
Yo, Conor Gallagher played for them, I think.
Conor Gallagher is legit.
Yo, he
plays for Chelsea now. And he's on loan, I think.
Yeah, he's at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace was looking nice, too. But anyways, yeah, dude, I want to pull this up real quick because we got to look at previous matchups with this team because, good God, they're abysmal, dude. Let me I just want to, before we, you look at the previous matchups and stuff, you got to think about the actual team that Everton have, guys. Okay, the actual team that Everton have. Everton's backline consists of Michael Keane and Yerry Mina, who Yerry Mina just recently has been healthy. The rest of the season was Mason Holgate and Ben Godfrey. Are you joking? And no, this is no, I mean, it kind of is a kind of a slap in the face to Everton, but at the same time, like, Steve, you can't be a Premier League club with a back line like that.
You can. You just can't succeed.
I mean, I could argue Burnley's back line is better than that. Like, Tarkowski is a better defender than both of them.
Yeah. Look, they sold Luca Digne.
They had to. Their financial situation is really bad. They have high wages. I think they're 6th highest wages in the Premier League. And the fact that they have the 6th highest wages in the Premier League and you're 17th in the table and you're fighting relegation, if they go down, they're going to have a huge problem on their hands.
So where do they sit? Pull up the table.
I got you, fam.
Also, I wish I could look at the chat, guys. I just can't pull up the chat. I'm in trouble over here.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for StreamYard. It's really not.
Oh, StreamYard.
Pour one out and say a prayer for StreamYard.
Why is this table so small? All right, here we go.
Because I'm on my microscopic phone, maybe.
All right, so this is the top of the table, obviously. Game, we got to win today. Oh, God, can Man City just lose a game? Jesus. So I can't believe Leicester are in 10th. Newcastle are in 9th, bro. Wow.
Look who they bought everyone.
They bought average players, dude.
That's all you need in this league is average players. That's all you need.
That's a joke. I think it's more of a morale than quality, dude. They don't really have that much quality.
Well, let's look at this. They have a better lineup. No, so go back up a little bit.
Don't you want to look at
every team below Newcastle, aside from maybe Leicester, I would say does not have as good of players as Newcastle.
That's a load of crap. Aston Villa has way better players in every position than every team that we see here, including Everton.
So you just listed one name out of 11.
But you said every. 11. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And Brighton's
Aston
good
Villa,
too.
and that's debatable.
Aston Villa's pretty solid.
Yet they're in 15th place.
I know, that's what bothers me.
They look real good.
Yeah, kind of sucks that they're in 15th. But yeah, all right, look, I just want to look at Everton real quick, dude. Everton, what are you doing with your life? Okay. It's kind of sad too because, God, man, there were points within the last 2 seasons where they're top of the table. All right, so obviously they had that draw with Leicester and they beat Man United. So their last 2 results have been pretty favorable. But when you go to previous results, all right, we're looking at a 3-2 loss to Burnley. You're looking at 2-1 West Ham. They did beat Newcastle, lost to Wolves, 5-0 to Spurs, 1-0 Man City, lost to Southampton, beat Leeds, lost to Newcastle, lost to Aston Villa, Lost to Norwich, Jesus. Lost to
Dude,
Brighton.
is this
So
all recent?
these are all the most recent Premier League games.
So
So
they have one win?
no, they actually have a few wins recently. But right when Frank Lampard was appointed manager, they lost like a bunch. No, because look, so Liverpool beat Everton, right? This was back in December, so Rafa Benitez was still managing them. I can't remember when he got fired, but you look at these results. This is about when Frank Lampard stepped in, I'm pretty sure, right around mid-December. So you got a loss to Crystal Palace, a draw to Chelsea, lost to Brighton, lost to Norwich, lost to Aston Villa, lost to Newcastle, and then they beat Leeds. Lost to Southampton, lost to Man City, lost to Tottenham, lost to Wolves. Like, dude, they were horrible for a while. And now they're starting to pick it up. Beat Man United. That's, Man United.
Everyone does that nowadays.
Dude, they're in shambles too. But
that's the most shocking thing of all this.
Yeah, I agree. So there's that.
Well, how are we doing in the chat? I can't check.
Yeah, let's go over to the chat and say what's up to everyone here. Mason says the Toffees used to be amazing. They're having a big downfall. Yeah, and it's bound to happen with a lot of teams. But, Liz says Steve is a grumpy pundit today. Well, I feel like you would be. There's nothing more frustrating than when technology fails you, which is such a first world problem.
If it was free, I wouldn't say a damn word.
It's not free. Like, we pay for this service. Or I pay for this service. Regardless, it's a pretty expensive service. Not going to lie. But regardless. Muhammad Khalif says, I'm worried about our midfield. Why are you worried about our midfield, man? What are you worried about our midfield for? Do not be worried about our midfield. Our midfield is solid. What Everton need to worry about is their midfield. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is the fact that it's a derby. Anything can happen in a derby, right? I did say the same thing about Man United, and to be fair, we thrashed them both times. All right. Could this be the day that Everton pick it up and actually pull something out? Sure, anything could happen. Do I think that's going to happen? Not a chance. Not a chance. It's literally you're Everton are going into this game in, what's the word I'm looking for? Damage control mode. They're like, how do we not lose 8-0? That's what they're saying to themselves.
No, you're absolutely right.
So
that's literally all they're thinking. That's like Lampard's like, I don't want to get laughed out of here today. No, like he'll take a 2-0. He'll be fine with a 2-0 or a 3-1.
I think he'd be happy with a 2-0. Oh, dude, I hate speaking like this because there have been times in the past where I'm like, oh, we're gonna thrash them. Remember Aston Villa said we're gonna beat Aston Villa 4-0. We lost 7-2. Anything can happen. I'm just saying anything can happen in this league. Especially now, you see rough. Arsenal beat Man United. Arsenal beat Chelsea. They're picking up. Chelsea are falling off. Like, anything can happen at this point in the season.
Arsenal is getting it going today, or lately.
No, they look pretty good, dude. They're figuring it out, and good for them because they entered full rebuild mode. And good for them. They embraced the rebuild. I mean, look, they said, Leno, you're done. Ramsdale, you're in here. Saka, here you go. All right. Odegaard, we're going to give you the captain's armband. Gabriel, let's do this. Okay. Their entire lineup is like under 25 years old. And you embrace the rebuild, and good for them. That's what Everton need to do. Everton have been trying to buy failures at other clubs for the last 5 seasons, and it has just not worked out. Okay, with the exception of like bringing Richarlison over and Allen. Everyone else has been from a relegated club or from the, a youth academy. But Yerry Mina, failure at Barcelona. You got Andre Gomez, failure at Barcelona. They brought in that Brazilian guy who didn't even play anymore. I don't even know what happened to him. But anyways, Alex Iwobi, failure at Arsenal. Fabian Delph, failure at Man City. Van de Beek, failure at Man United. It's clearly not working out for you. Dele Alli, failure at Tottenham.
Decore was not a failure. I like that guy.
But he got relegated. I know.
Yes, he did. That's what happens when you play for Watford.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So this is all I'm saying. You know, I mean,
They have a decent lineup. Like,
yeah, that's what's so sad.
Really that's why I'm being extra harsh, and I think we all should be critical and extra harsh about Lampard, is because he's not doing what Big Sam does. He's not taking over a team of absolute scrubs. Like, there's quality in that team. All you have to do is scrape results. You can't even do that. He can't even get draws. And the worst thing that happened to them was getting the win over Man United, because then people think there's hope. There's no hope.
Oh, my God.
I'm fairly certain that's the worst side in the Premier League since the turn of the year.
It's certainly up there. I mean, Norwich is pretty bad. Don't get me wrong. I want to pull up.
Norwich scored 2 against United.
Wow, they did. And that was recent, too. God, dude. Liverpool. I mean, this is the previous Merseyside derby. You know, it was against Rafa Benitez. There was some flair to it. Still 4-1. You know what I mean?
Anyone can come back to this video if we lose and laugh at us. And I am totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Because it doesn't matter. Because you're still going to be in 17th place. It doesn't matter. I will say, if we lose, I don't care that we lost to Everton. Like, that's the bottom of my list. I care that the league is virtually wrapped up at that point. That's why we need to win. Not because it's Everton.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go to the team news here to see if Jota's available. And Firmino. Someone was dealing with a toe injury or something. I'm trying to figure this out here. What is this? I need team news. So, Steve, what are your lineup predictions for today's match? And guys, put your lineup predictions in the comments. I know some of you are starting to get into that right now with Jones and Ox and stuff like that. Our last match, Steve, did you notice that Ox and Minamino didn't even make the bench? Which is actually kind of crazy because I was looking at it. We had a super strong bench.
Yeah, they've been left out multiple times.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So what's your lineup prediction here, man?
I mean, I don't know who's available. Is everyone available?
Let me look it up real quick because the desktop version of the app. So really all we need to know, guys, is Bobby Firmino is the only fitness concern ahead of the 240th Merseyside derby. 240th Merseyside derby. That's crazy. All right. He's got a foot injury, but that's it. Jurgen Klopp reported on Friday he had no fresh injury worries within his squad, adding that Firmino would be closely monitored to the build-up to the match today. And Klopp said, "Not that I know yet, no other problems." Talking about Bobby, he said he's getting better and better. It's just uncomfortable and painful. And basically they're relying on Bobby to say whether he's good or not to play. I don't think Bobby plays. I think they take it. I think they're looking at Jota. Dude, I think Mane, with his recent form in the center forward spot, I would not be surprised if we saw Mane, Diaz, and Salah again up front. Not at all.
I'd be fine with that. I think you're going to see Matip today.
I think so too.
Turn.
I think so too.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my camera here. I think it's Matip's turn. I think you probably see him, standard defense next to him. I mean, can you sit Thiago and Mane with the form they're in? Fabinho? I don't think so.
Well, I don't think it's a question about can you sit them. I think it's whether Klopp decides to rotate today's game. Given that every match in the Premier League at this point is a need to win because of if we're trying to go for the title, which we are. So do you go strongest side possible every game from here on out, or do you risk it and rotate? I think you go strongest side available, Steve. I think you don't give. I think you still have to respect Everton. It's a derby. You still respect them, even if they don't deserve respect. You still have to respect them. And I think I'm just saying. And I think you start Fabinho, Thiago, and Hendo.
I wouldn't mind seeing Keita today.
Neither would I.
I don't think Hendo's been particularly solid lately, but I think there's staples that have to be in there. I think Mane's one of them, Thiago's one of them, Fabinho's one of them. Of course, Virgil, Allison, Trent, Robbo, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the question marks are going to be who's the third midfielder. If this is me, if I'm picking the lineup, it's going to be, okay, are we going to go Keita or Hendo? Okay. Or maybe Jones. Are we going to use one of those three next to Thiago and Fabinho? That's what I think we should think about. And then I think you should see Salah, Mane, and then Jota or Diaz if Bobby's not 100% fit.
I think we will see Jota now that I'm thinking about it. I think we'll see Jota, Mane to his left, and then Salah to the right. We got Archo, McDodge. What a name, McDodge. Fabinho, Keita, Hendo in the midfield. So no Thiago. Okay. I mean, I could see that. Maybe rest Thiago, but I don't know if he needs rest necessarily. We got Ian Richard here. Allison, Trent, Van Dijk, Matip, Thiago, Fabinho, Hendo, Diaz, Mane, Salah. So this was my original prediction. And Liz thinks that Ibu plays. So, I mean, yeah, I could see it. Steve, you think Matip plays, though?
I mean, that's a great point. I didn't think about that. It's the other thing you got to consider is we play again in 3 days. So that's where I'm thinking maybe Konate is a bit more valuable midweek than today.
I agree.
Different type of match. He has no familiarity with Everton, right? This is more so a must-win than that one is. I hate to say it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Villarreal away, right? The first leg's away, right?
I'm not sure.
Someone let me know.
Honestly, I actually don't think so.
Is it home? Okay, because look, Konate, what Klopp's been doing is playing Konate in the Premier League, which I'm all for, honestly. Play him in the Premier League. Or, I mean, in the Champions League. Jesus. Play him in the Champions League. I mean, he does really well in the Champions League. Seek Chan's lineup here. Got Trent, Robbo, Konate. I see. That's the thing. I love Steve. You got to get it together, bro. I'm just giving you a hard time. I love that.
I know you are.
I love Konate and Matip are interchangeable. I absolutely love that. He's going Hendo, Keita. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Mane, Salah, Diaz. I can't count. Mason asked, is Samikas going to play today? Decent shout. But do you rotate? You got to show Everton respect.
I mean, no, he doesn't play today.
Exactly. I think Robbo starts. I think we're going to see the strongest 11 possible. I think Jota plays center and forward, though.
You got to think, like, these are some of the most important Premier League games in Klopp's tenure. These last few.
Mm-hmm.
Because the year we won the league,
we were up by 53,000 points.
53,000 points at one point.
Yeah.
It got to the point where those games didn't matter. Like, no matter what, it would take the most catastrophic failure of all time for anyone to come back. And then we clinched it with time to spare. So, you know?
Yeah.
Now, with the quadruple still an option, and I think, like, obviously every game is a must-win in the race with City. And then also the chance, like I mention all the time, to cement yourself as not just like a one-hit wonder and win the league again. I would argue these might be the most important Premier League matches of Klopp's career.
You think so? You'd put it that high, huh?
I would.
I think I'd
That's
have
why
to
I think
agree.
there's no room for Samikas today. But if he plays, whatever, I don't care. This we're here for our opinion. So
Yeah. If
I
it were
mean, what do
me,
you
if
think
I'm
about the importance of the games? Do you agree with what I'm saying, or
no. Yeah, I do. I agree about the importance 100%. I just think for me, I'm also thinking about the sense of are these rotational players not playing for the rest of the season? Because we've had points in the season where we could rotate, whether it was like a League Cup game or FA Cup fifth round, whatever it was. I think that time has passed us now. I think if a first team player is available, you have to play them because of the reasons you said. The quadruple is still on. Like, I feel like it'd be shown as a little bit of poor judgment on Klopp's part if he started a Samikas or if he started, um, you know, I just don't think you rotate. I don't think you rotate unless you're rotating with like a Kanate or something. But in my opinion, you're not going to see Harvey Elliott for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you're not going to see. You might see him subbed on it late in the game. I don't think you'll see Curtis Jones. Unfortunately, you're definitely not going to see Ox play for the rest of the season. Like Minamino's not touching the pitch. These are all things you got to think about. So,
I
and it's
think you
not.
could see Curtis Jones. I think you might see Curtis Jones. I think you might see Ox. I think Minamino and Harvey Elliott are certainly out of the question.
Yeah.
But then again, like there's always those. If we go 5-0 today, like I want to see Ox get in there.
Oh well, me too. Me
You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah.
So, but like for meaningful minutes, like I just don't see that. Barring injuries, knock on wood.
Yes, and we've been very fortunate with that. Mason here says it's going to be hard as we're going to have to win every game to win the quadruple. Some of the players are probably going to need a rest. I think Klopp has rotated throughout the season enough to where these players are fresh.
Who needs an actual rest?
No, I'm telling you,
Like think
I
about
need
it.
a rest. That's number one.
No, you definitely need a rest.
Yeah.
StreamYard needs a rest. Here are the players who need rest: Henderson, Milner, Thiago, Bobby at times, Matip, Keita, Ox. Those are the players where I go, oh yeah, that person needs to rest. Everyone else, I feel like you could play them every day.
Every single
Allison,
game.
Van Dijk, Trent, Robbo, Salah, Mane. You could play them every day.
Every day.
So that's why you see the rotation in those spots. Like you see Thiago and Keita and Hendo get mixed in a little bit because they need rest.
Yep.
You see Bobby get mixed in and out. He needs rest. Like I even think Jota might need some rest. But like Diaz, there's no doubt in my mind. I could play Diaz 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
They're
like FIFA
young.
Ultimate Team out here. There's no rest. You get no rest. You play every match, 10 matches a day.
It's just insane because Fabinho starts every game too. People don't think about that. Fabinho is playing every single game too, and he looks fine. He never looks tired.
Now, Mason, you are correct. Players do need a rest, but not to the point where we'll see rotation we haven't been seeing. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is standard. Klopp knows who needs a rest. That's why he rotates who he rotates. And again, I've mentioned this before. I don't even think it's a rotation per se. It's more so just like Klopp thinks about the week. And it's like, okay, I like Keita better against Everton, but I like Thiago against Villarreal. You know, he can understand what they're saying. I don't know. Little things like that.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not like, oh man, this person needs a rest. You know? It's really just like
I don't think
the
it's
ability
really
to pick and choose now.
And I agree. I don't think it's ever really been about like this person needs a rest unless you're talking about Mane or Salah. These guys have played football every 3 days for like 2 years, bro. They have never gotten a rest. It's like with the AFCON and the qualify, dude, it's insane. And those are the times where you need to rest players occasionally. But even Salah, dude, you can literally play Salah every game. He never looks tired. He'll get subbed off and he'll look pissed. He's never
He's
tired.
never even out of breath. I don't even
Never.
ever see him out of breath.
Never. I don't think I see him sweat.
Kinda
Van
reminds me
Dijk
of
doesn't
Ronaldo,
sweat.
to be honest.
Van Dijk does not sweat. I know that.
Very rarely.
Neither does Allison.
Well, it's because he doesn't move.
Yeah, no, that's true. But when we need him to move, he moves. Yeah. So, Steve, what is your lineup prediction? Give me your lineup prediction, your official one.
I think we're going to go Matip today, but I won't be mad if we don't.
Okay.
Like, I think you're going to go Matip today. Oh, the other thing we didn't mention in any of this rotation piece is Joe Gomez.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't come up at all, but you never know. I think you'll see Matip. I hope you see Thiago, Fabinho, and I would like to see Keita today. And then up top, if Bobby's not fit, I would like to see Diaz. I'm sorry. I want to see Diaz on the bench first. I would like to see Diaz come in later in the game. I want to see Mane, Jota, Salah. As much as I love Diaz, like, we got to keep Jota like somewhat involved.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's kind of slipped out of the conversation in terms of like form. I want to see him get back in there.
We need to keep him fresh. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I agree. I'm going to go standard back five. You know, Allison, and then our front four, our back four with Matip in there. Midfield, I think we go Fabinho. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. We're going Fabinho, Thiago, Hendo is what we're going with. And then the front three, we're going Mane, Jota, Salah. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. You heard it here first. And watch, Klopp will go Curtis Jones, Hendo, and Fabinho. Watch.
Well, you said Hendo. You said you wanted Hendo, didn't you?
Yeah. No, I did.
I do want him because it's a derby, and I think we'll see him. But I wouldn't mind seeing him get a rest. He hasn't been great lately. But he is one of those players that's played in so many of these matches. He's probably played in 25 of them, 30. Like, just crazy. He's played them so many times.
I know, but we need that physical presence in the midfield. I think you have to start Hendo in this game, just like Hendo started against Man United. You're starting Hendo in this match.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
he should. Like, he's the perfect player for this type of match, but I wouldn't be mad to see Keita come in and get those minutes. But again, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Hendo start and come off at the 60th. I also wouldn't be surprised to see a Hendo screamer today. We're due for one of those.
Oh, yeah.
A volley.
I need a Hendo screamer. There's nothing better. Maybe a Keita screamer.
What's score prediction and who scores? And again, I'm so thrown off by this stream that I haven't been able to read the comments. I sincerely apologize to my biggest fans. It looks like we do have a super chat here.
We do have a super chat from Liz. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Derby Day. It's a big day. Back-to-back weeks of derbies. You got to love it. And we're still in for the quad. That's the biggest thing. It is almost May, and we're still in for the quadruple. It's what a time to be alive. Soak it up, guys. Soak it up. May never happen again. Thank you, Liz.
We really appreciate that. Shout out to Liz, by the way, and everyone else that spends time with us every single week for years, literally for years. If you think about that, like, some of you folks are available on Sundays more than we are. It's just really impressive. We really appreciate the support, the super chats, although totally unnecessary, very much so appreciated. You've been a fan for a very long time and a supporter for a very long time. We appreciate you.
I echo that sentiment 100%. I was going to say this, you guys, seriously, especially channel members, anyone who donates to the channel, you guys are massively appreciated. And for you guys coming in and chatting throughout the entire show, I mean, taking time out of your Sunday to join us, we appreciate that. That's why we do it here, for you guys to have a platform to come in, chat with Reds, and just have an open discussion about the team. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Dermot doesn't want – oh, I almost put Dermot in timeout on accident. Dermot doesn't want Thiago today. Keep him fit for Villarreal. I could echo that as well. But Steve asked who scores today. Steve,
You're going to see Mo
scores,
Salah on the score sheet again.
Jota, Salah, and Matip. Matip's due for a header, fam.
I think Van Dijk's due for a header, dude.
Oh, he is. Oh, man.
Yerry Mina's solid in the air, though. Like, there's going to be some beef.
Well, he's
some
6'5". He should be.
I'm pretty sure the reason he became really relevant was the World Cup.
That's exactly why. He's done nothing.
And then Everton was like, oh, my God. And they had way more class at Barca, so, they were able to buy him.
Yeah.
And now he's playing for Everton. Yerry Mina. Barca to Everton. Yikes.
Hey, Andre Gomez did it. He said, hey, if Yerry Mina can do it, I can do it.
When I think about Andre Gomez, I think about, his injury, unfortunately. Nothing else stands out to me as a player.
Dude.
What am I missing? Is he doing something I don't know about?
No, we could go on and on. It's just a joke.
That's no knock on the injury or anything. I don't condone any of that stuff. But that's what I think of. I can't think of a world-class moment from him.
A world-class moment?
Yeah, any moments of magic.
No.
You think about certain players, you're like, oh, man, remember that curler? I can't think of anything like that from him.
No, of course not. All right. Jordan Welch. You got to give Origi a little shout at the end of the match. Come on, let him get in there.
Well, we're going to do that. We need Minamino in there, too, because they're the 1-2 punch.
I don't know. You put Divock in just to get his feet wet. His last derby. I think he's off to AC Milan after this season. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's going to sit on the bench behind Ibrahimovic. Watch. I'm calling it. I'm calling it, man.
Nah, he'll play, dude. He'll play.
Ibra scores, bro.
So does Divock.
Not like that.
Well, he doesn't play. When Divock plays, he scores.
Kyle. There's a reason he doesn't play.
All right, look, I get what you're saying. We're not going to debate this
Divock,
right now.
And it's not a knock on him. It's because look at our players.
That's my point. Yes, I know. Yeah. John Wallace here. This is what we got to think about, guys. This could be the last time we play Everton ever. Savage. Savage.
He said ever.
Dude,
oh my God, the blue shite ever. That's an all-time comment, John. We haven't had a Hall of Fame comment in quite some time.
The last one we had was oh God, what was his name? He pops in rarely. You know what I'm talking about.
He's an absolute legend. I can't remember his name.
God. It's a short name. It's 4 letters and 5 letters. I can't remember. But anyways, John Wallace, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my friend.
It's probably not true at all.
Yeah.
But could you just imagine if they were to get relegated? Again, I think that's kind of somewhat unlikely too. If they were to get relegated and it took them years and years to get back up.
Can you imagine playing in that new stadium in the championship?
Yeah. Oh, I can. Dude. Well, you know what they could do? They could always just rent it out to us so we could change the colors and use it for our women's team.
How insulting would that be? Number one, we took Anfield from them, okay? That's number one, and made it our own. Number two, we rent out their stadium to our women's team. We're just slapping them across the face constantly, bro. Good God, Everton, we're sorry. Hopefully people don't clip this video later if we end up having a bad result. And
I don't care if you do. That would be funny. We would deserve it at that point.
That would be kind of funny, dude. Oh, could you imagine? Man. CB Norwood here. Quad and Everton relegated. I'm moving to Liverpool for the year.
So make sure you get a bedroom for me.
And me.
An extra bedroom for me. Me and you.
Yo, Steve, why don't we go coach Everton?
Because I feel like Frank Lampard would try to fight us. I really don't feel like fighting him.
Yeah, that's true. I think we could do a better job.
Oh, we could certainly do a better job. The first thing I do is get rid of Jordan Pickford. That'll get you 8 points alone right there.
Really? I don't think
Every
he's that
year.
bad.
That'll get you an 8 extra points.
Get Nick Pope, bro. Nick Pope is so much better.
He's not terrible. He's not good. He's a distraction. He's always crying and screaming and wasting time and trying to distract the other players. I mean, the Van Dijk injury is like one part of it. But like he's been really like overly aggressive with other players as well. He's just taking up space out there. He doesn't do anything positive for the club, in my opinion. So he'd be gone. See you later. Then Richarlison, you're gone too. I'm sorry. Too many hotheads. The hotheads need to go. We have no time for that psycho stuff.
Dude, I think what was the word? Frantic. That's how I would describe Jordan Pickford. He's frantic. Just the way he moves, he's frantic. There's no fluidity. He's like, it's almost like the guy's anxiety is on 10 whenever he plays. You know?
Yeah, like he's just chugging Red Bulls.
Yeah, every time he makes a save, he's like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I can make that save, bro.
Oh,
it's
my
just
God.
like he's always like, yeah, he's just like freaking out. Like a regular save, he's like doing a backflip. And then he's yelling at his defenders, and it's like, what do you want Michael Keane to do?
Dude, I can't right now. Michael Keane, Jordan Pickford, and Yerry Mina. Think Yerry Mina back is actually, that's like way better for them. But all right, Steve, let's close this bad boy out with some score predictions.
I love clean sheets. I just don't feel confident about them lately. I really don't.
Yeah, you said United.
I think we've looked susceptible. Yeah, I think we've looked susceptible on the break with the high line, which is part of it. But I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1. So same result as before.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. It's at Anfield. We got Mo going 4-0. I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0.
Works for me.
I think that's pretty solid. Yeah. I think what we got to again, the only way we could lose this game, and I'm serious about this, this is what I really believe. The only way we could lose this game, guys, is if Liverpool don't play their game. I don't think there is a dimension out there where Everton's style of football beats us. There's no chance. We'll only lose this game if we beat ourselves, meaning we don't stick to our offside trap, Alisson doesn't play his game, or we make mistakes and give the ball away. We're going to have so much possession. I'm telling you right now, Alex Iwobi, Richarlison, Anthony Gordon, whatever that kid's name is, those players are not going to beat us on the counterattack. They shouldn't, at least. Good God.
Is Calvert-Lewin around? Is he fit?
Yeah, I think he is.
Because he's an all right player. He's all right.
He's pretty solid. He is.
I mean, he can put the ball in the back of the net. The problem is, how are they going to get it there?
That's what I'm saying.
It's only the break. It's only the break. We can be beaten on the break, but then you have to finish past Alisson. That's a whole another problem in and of itself. So I think they could get one goal.
And you're right. I think it'll be on the break but like I said, the only scenario where I see them scoring is a mistake from us. I don't see them building up from the back, breaking the press, and then getting by our defenders and scoring. Like, I don't see that happening. There's way too much quality in our team and a lack of quality in their team for that to happen.
Correct.
But, hey, expect a physical match. Expect some, like David here says, some shithousery from Everton. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some dirty tackles early on. But, hey, enjoy the match, guys. Again, we appreciate everyone coming in every Sunday, chatting it up with us, showing your support. Like the stream. That's the best thing you can do. And commenting throughout. Sharing it is also appreciated. But, Steve, thanks again. And also, your patience is appreciated, guys, because we had some technical difficulties this morning. Good God.
2 weeks in a row, we've been off our game.
Yeah, I slept in last week, and then this week we had technical difficulties. So
Shout out to StreamYard.
Yeah, shout out to after we just crapped on him earlier in the show.
No, it may have been my internet. I'm not sure. Everything I slandered about StreamYard it was not true. I was just fired up. I do recommend StreamYard as a tool if any of you guys are looking to get into this kind of thing.
Yeah, very, very user friendly. So shout out to
We
them.
love you, StreamYard.
All right.
But don't let
And
it
we
happen
love
again.
you, Reds. Enjoy the match. Steve, you enjoy the match as well. And until next time,
Alrighty.
Reds, take care.